Well, folks, are you surprised? I'm not. Another rough start to the week for the stock market, and at this rate, I'm going to need 10 of these coffees today, guys. This is insane. We're going to break down the charts in this video, what my thoughts are overall. We'll talk about April 2nd as well, and break down some stocks I'm watching. But first, hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. We're on the road to 100,000 subs, and check out my second channel, Stas Talks Money, or it's actually just my name, Stas Surfez. The @ is Stas Talks Money. That is linked down below. I'm doing a cash giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, and that's a different channel. It's a personal finance channel. We're doing reaction content. It's a great channel, guys. Make sure to go check it out and subscribe. Again, that is linked down below. And with that being said, cheers again. I might need 10 of these coffees today at this rate, guys, and let's just dive into it. So it's currently about 11 a.m. on the East Coast, and we have every index except for the Dow, which now is actually flipping green, but all the other indexes are in the red. The Russell's down 1.3%. The NASDAQ, looking here at the NASDAQ 100, QQQ, it's down 1.5%. And the S&P's down pretty much 0.75%, with the VIX up over 5%. And have you guys seen gold? Unbelievable. Gold is up to another all-time high, up over 1.3% on the day, and we're pushing $3,160 an ounce. Take a look at this unbelievable chart on gold, guys. The bull market right now in gold is real, and this is why over the years here on my channel, I've preached having some gold in your portfolio. But we're not going to harp too much on that in this video, but just a shout out to gold because it deserves it. This asset class has been crushing it during this uncertainty, and it's a true flight to safety asset. A lot of people think Bitcoin is a flight to safety asset. No, it's not. Gold is the real flight to safety asset, and I'm not knocking Bitcoin. I own Bitcoin too, but let's keep it real, man. Gold is the real flight to safety asset, and we could talk about Bitcoin versus gold in another video. We're not going to focus too much on that in this one, but let me just show you here how these indexes are looking. SPY is again down, right? QQQ's down, and we're taking out the lows from earlier in March. And by the way, today's the last day of March. Hope you guys had a great month. As great of a month as you could have in this crazy stock market, right? We've downtrended all month pretty much. And again, now we're slightly taking out the lows from earlier this month, which we hit about 550 on SPY. And I think today we hit 540 something. Yeah, 546 in the morning. So we took out that low, and QQQ is doing the same thing. We hit 457 at the low point so far today, this morning. And earlier in March, we hit what? 465. So yeah, we took that out by a mile, and you know, the selling is accelerating by the looks of it. And are you surprised? Probably not. I know I'm not surprised. We talked about how we were getting rejected last week at the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart here on both QQQ and SPY, and that, well, has led us now to completely dumping. Volatility's back up, heading into April 2nd, which is on Wednesday. And speaking of that, let me actually pull up this article here very quickly. Give me a second. And by the way, guys, while I do this, join my free email list. You might as well do it. I send out my top stocks every single week. All you guys have to do is put your first name and your email address, and then boom, you are locked in on the email list. So, and again, it's free. Did I mention that? I mentioned it a couple times. It's free, guys. Again, check it out down below. So, Trump's promised quote-unquote liberation day of tariffs is coming, which is on April 2nd, on Wednesday. Here's what it could mean for you, says the CNBC article title here, the headline. So let me zoom in a little bit. President Trump says Wednesday will be Liberation Day. What do you guys think about that? A moment when he plans to roll out a set of tariffs that he promises will free the United States from foreign goods, right? The details of Trump's next round of import taxes are still sketchy, right? Most economic analysis say average U.S. families would have to absorb the cost of his tariffs in the form of higher prices and lower incomes, which is a big problem. Let's keep it 100 here, guys. That's a big, big problem. Tariffs are inflationary, right? And the cost of living in the United States, newsflash, has already gone up so much in the last couple of years. The last thing we need is another surge in inflation, right? We don't need that. We can see here, but an undeterred Trump is inviting CEOs to the White House to say they are investing hundreds of billions of dollars in new projects to avoid import taxes. Okay. So Trump feels he can cut a deal after imposing them. It is also possible that the tariffs are short-lived, apparently, if Trump, again, can cut a deal after imposing them. Trump told reporters recently, I'm certainly open to it. If we can do something, we'll get something for it, right? So it can all be a negotiation deal at the end of the day, right, guys? And at stake are American families' budgets, Americans' prominence as the world's leading financial power, and the structure of the global economy is at stake right now. And here's what you should know about the impending trade penalties. So what exactly does Trump plan to do? Well, he wants to announce import taxes, including reciprocal tariffs, right, that would match the rates charged by other countries and account for other subsidies, right? Trump has talked about taxing the European Union, South Korea, Brazil, and India, among other countries. And as he announced these 25% auto tariffs last week, he alleged that America has been ripped off because it imports more goods than it exports. And this is the beginning of Liberation Day in America, Trump said. We're going to charge countries for doing business in our country and taking our jobs, taking our wealth, taking a lot of things that they've been taking over the years. They've taken so much out of the country, friend and foe. And frankly, friend has been oftentimes much worse than foe. So that's essentially, which you guys already know this, where Trump's head's at this point. And in an interview on Saturday with NBC News, Trump said it did not bother him if tariffs caused vehicle prices to rise because autos with more U.S. content could possibly be more competitively priced. He said, I hope they raise their prices because if they do, people are going to buy American-made cars, Trump said. He also said, I couldn't care less because if the prices on foreign cars go up, they're going to buy American cars. So he wants to bring everything back to America. We all know that at this point. He wants everything back to America, and that's why he's taxing and tariffing, or is that even a word? Putting tariffs on all these other countries, right? Because he thinks we've been ripped off for quite some time, which I can see where he's coming from on that, right? But again, I'm not a big fan of inflation going up, which again is going to hurt the many American families, other than rich, very rich families that can obviously eat the cost. But the reality is, most people in America, right, are not filthy rich. They're gonna have. It's going to be troublesome. Let's just say that. It's going to cause more inflation, which I'm not a fan of at all. The Republican president plans to tax imported pharmaceutical drugs, copper, and lumber. He has put forth a 25% tariff on any country that imports oil from Venezuela, even though the U.S. also does so. Imports from China are being charged an additional 20% tax because of its role in fentanyl production. And Trump has imposed separate tariffs on goods from Canada and Mexico for the stated reason of stopping drug smuggling and illegal immigration. Trump also expanded his 2018 steel and aluminum tariffs to 25% on all imports, right? So let's see. Let me run through this article quickly here, guys. What could tariffs do to the U.S. economy? Art Laffer, economist, estimates the tariffs on autos, if fully implemented, could increase per vehicle costs by $4,700, though he said he views Trump as a smart and savvy negotiator, which I agree with 100%. You got to give Trump that, guys. He is a savvy negotiator. And the investment bank Goldman Sachs estimates the economy will grow this quarter at an annual rate of just 0.6%, down from a rate of 2.4% at the end of last year. And on a side note, guys, thank God I just bought my car. My wife and I just bought our car a couple months ago. We actually got a Volvo, so it's a Swedish car, So yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's going to get affected much price wise. But I'm glad we got in when we got in. Either way, that's a side note there. White House trade advisor Pino Navarro, blah 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 blah. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting these next couple of days. Let's just say that. I don't want to go too much on this article. It's a pretty long article, but we kind of get the gist of it. Trump wants to bring everything back to the U.S. He's terming this Liberation Day. He thinks we've been ripped off for decades by China, Mexico, Canada, all these other countries, the European Union, and he wants to slap a bunch of tariffs, taxes on all of them. And, we'll see how it ends up playing out. It's still very uncertain. And guess what? The stock market hates uncertainty, which is why the VIX has been going up, which is why equities have been coming down, and why gold has been ripping. It's no surprise why gold's going up, guys. Gold goes up when SHIT is hitting the fan. Let's just say that. And that's kind of happening right now, at least in the short term. And now officially, it's crazy to say, we're down almost $100 a share on QQQ from highs. We're down 15%, and SPY's down a good what? Let's see, a good $60, $70 from highs. We're talking about percentage-wise, a good 10%. So SPY's in correction territory now officially again. QQQ's almost in a bear market, guys. It's getting real. It's getting real, and a lot of people are predicting more downside to come, which in my eyes, guess what? Dollar signs are filling my eyes, baby, because as a long-term investor here, right? I'm a trader too, but obviously I invest for the long term. I'm loving this. I'm buying stocks at a discount on the dip. I'm buying my favorite ETFs. I can't be happier, right? It's this too shall pass. This too shall pass. And all these buys we're making right now, guys, if we're buying the right companies, right ETFs, right, we're going to be thankful. Let's just say that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Run the likes up. Don't forget to subscribe. Do all that good stuff. Check out the second channel as well. Link down below. We're doing a giveaway at 1,000 subs. And get your 30 stocks for Moomoo. Literally, today's the last day, guys. So check out the link down below. Deposit at least $100. You get 5 stocks. Deposit at least $2,000. You get 25 more stocks. And your uninvested cash for now will earn up to 8.1%. APY. It's a no-brainer, guys. Again, today's the last day, so use that link down below or go to StockSurfFest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next one.